So I want to talk about a little bit about sense of direction. So, of course, I've lost some of those. What someone might do is lose some of those rocks. They just stack up on each other. I'm kind of looking, don't see them. I'm sure they're around here. I could backtrack. But you know what? I'm adventurous. And I got water, I got food, but sense of direction. I know it's a hard subject for some people. I don't know where I'm going. So yeah, so forth. So the sun comes up in the east and it settles in the west. And then it kind of tells you the direction north, south, west, east. And then as far as, well, on the map, I don't know where north is, and I don't know. Well, on the map, typically north is the top, east is the right, south is the bottom, and the west is the left. A lot of bugs out here too. They gotta eat, right? So, with that in mind, you may say, well, that doesn't really help me because I'm still lost. I don't know where I'm going. So, if you kind of have a sense of direction, maybe where your car was or where you came from. Well, I came from the north, I came from the south. You just got to go the opposite direction. And you're like, well, how do I tell that? Obviously you look to the right, like I see the sun's over here, and off to the left would be my west, and this would be my north, and this would be south. And the best way to remember that directions is actually to use the acronym like never eat shredded wheat. Silly and simple as that is. So, you may say, well, what if the sun is directly above you or close directly above you? Well, there's always a shadow. There's a shadow somewhere, left, right, back, forward, somewhere. There's a shadow. So, like in this case, I know the sun is to my east and my shadow is to my left. And if my shadow was to my right, I know that's the west. So just kind of go off, you put a stick on the ground and you kind of look at it and say, okay, the shadow is going to the left. So that must be, west. And if the shadow's to the right, then it must be east. And that kind of helps you a little bit. Kind of learned that in the armies. A little bit tricks here and there. We had to find these land nav points. And sometimes all we have is a compass and a map. So obviously you can use geography too as well, like land masses. If you do have a map. Fortunately, my map is in the car. I'm not too worried about it though. Like I said, I got plenty of water. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit just to kind of see. Maybe I can find one of those rocks or something. But I'm not too worried about it. I got all day. So I got lots of water. It says I'm about 4 miles out. Probably about 3.5 now. But I am not worried one bit. Now, if I were going like days, yeah, I'd be a little concerned maybe. But I'd also have like a tent, some shelter halves, something to keep me cool. And you wouldn't probably be traveling a lot in the middle of the day either. Probably early in the morning, evening, very little at nighttime because you don't know what's out there. But just and by the way, this is just my 2 cents in what I do. So take this as a grain of salt. This is what I do and it works for me. Some survivalists would probably disagree with me and say this or that, but it just works for me. So anyhow, we're still, get you out of the sun, still trying to find those rocks. We'll find them. I know where the edge of the cliff is. That's the most important piece. So all right, I'll talk to you soon. See, we found it again. The thing I wanted to talk about too is getting lost and not knowing where to go. One of your best, if it's a public place like park, is just to stop and listen. Do you hear anybody else? And if you do hear anybody else, you probably can go that direction. But obviously, watch where you're going. It's probably people out here somewhere. But as you can see, just backtracked, found the rocks. Now we're headed back to that break in the road. I think I'm gonna go do the other trail too as well. All right, these rocks that I'm following is crossing over. They're up on bigger rocks. Do you see this big rock, boulder, mass, whatever it might be that I'm crossing across right now? This thing will absorb heat and hold it. So if you do get stuck, or if you're tired, it get really hot, get off the rocks. Big rock. That sucker will irradiate heat. Smaller ones, not as bad. Dirt's good. I'll just be safe. Some trees out here. Some kind of shadows. But don't hang out the rocks, the big ones. You're just gonna cook. Think about it. It's like a frying pan. Don't be a person getting cooked on the frying pan. Lizards everywhere. I used to because it's Florida, but it's funny how they go scrambling across the sand here. This someone said it's about 1.5 miles or something. Could be. The trail's a lot smoother, that's for sure. I had to walk down a lot more. But I'm doing good. I think it's getting to be like probably 10 or 11 o'clock. I'll probably do this one, go check out this, the end of the point here and see the scenery, and then probably head in to make a sandwich. And head over to the arches probably or something. Maybe not. Still got some more to go. Pretty much reached the end of Murphy's Trail. Maybe not. Looks like there's more, but some cruise over here and check this out. Oh, looks like we didn't go down there yet. Let's go over here though. Hey there, this is where I turned down the volume on the video editing program because it was getting kind of windy up there, and I just wanted you to be able to see the scenery. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.